Dragon Ball is one of the most successful franchises in North America, but there was a time where this was not the case. The pre-Funimation era of Dragon Ball is one many fans never got to experience. Funimation was in fact not the first company to attempt to bring Dragon Ball stateside, so on this edition of Dragon Ball In Depth, let's talk about the first actual North American produced English dub of Dragon Ball, the Harmony Gold dub. Harmony Gold was founded in the late 1970s by an Egyptian man named Farouk Agrama, whom, while attending a conference in France, met Paddy-chan Mayu and Catherine Su Mai-chun, two Hong Kong entrepreneurs, and formed a partnership to trade and distribute movie rights internationally. The company began as Harmony Gold Inc. until Agrama founded Harmony Gold USA and began to change strategies. In 1985, Harmony Gold got into the anime industry, which wasn't called the anime industry back then because there was no anime industry in this country, but which one did they choose to bring over? Well, they chose three and combined them into one. Robotech was an adaptation of three different Japanese animation series combined into one. The Super Dimension Fortress Macross, Super Dimension Cavalry Southern Cross, and Genesis Climber Mospeada. Harmony Gold claimed the reason for combining the three series into one was because American weekly syndication television required a minimum of 65 episodes. This would be a strategy that Saban Entertainment would employ for VR Troopers many years later. In fact, Harmony Gold in many ways was a predecessor to Saban. In 1988, Robotech's sequel series, Robotech 2 The Sentinels, was canceled, and many members of the Harmony Gold staff went to go work for Saban. Oh, and trust me, there are way more connections to come. On April 19th, 1989, Dragon Ball Episode 153 aired in Japan, closing the book on the Dragon Ball anime. In its place was Dragon Ball Z, 1 week later on April 26th. The series was finished in Japan and was a smash hit, and thus the rest of the world needed to lay its eyes on this magnificent television show. Enter Harmony Gold, who purchased the rights to distribute Dragon Ball shortly after in '89. The information that I have researched on the Harmony Gold dub was sparse and somewhat contradictory, but to me is very fascinating. Harmony Gold took Dragon Ball theatrical films 1 and 3, The Legend of Shenlong and Mystical Grand Adventure, and combined them into one long TV movie which has surfaced on the web, probably because there was a very limited VHS release of the films by Streamline Pictures. This served as somewhat of a pilot for the series. As far as the TV show, Harmony Gold dubbed anywhere between 5 and 13 episodes of Dragon Ball, and I'm still not sure which ones because finding these is damn near impossible. These episodes aired on very limited markets and independent stations around the US, but was quickly canceled due to failing to maintain an audience. In my research, I haven't been able to find a promo or a time slot or anything for any syndicated market, which probably explains as to why the audience was so low. If you don't promote something, people won't watch it. Look at how huge Dragon Ball was when it had the marketing machine of a major cable station pushing it just 10 years later, am I right? Much like future dubs, Harmony Gold also suffered from censorship and editing headaches, but what made the Harmony Gold dub so infamous is the unbelievably bizarre character name changes. The only names that were kept relatively similar to their original names were Chaozu, Master Roshi. Tao Pai Pai was Tao Pei, which is hell, closer than the Funimation dub, but still not 100% perfect, but they tried. The main character of Dragon Ball, Son Goku, was renamed Zero. Bulma was Lena, Krillin was Bongo, Lunch was Marilyn, Puar was Squeaker, Oolong was Mao Mao, Ten Shinhan or Tien was Shinto, Yamcha was Zedaki, the Crane Master was Lord Wuzu. However, the wackiest name change ever, which has become a thing of Dragon Ball lore to this day and a definitive inside joke amongst hardcore Dragon Ball fans, is Master Karin, whom was affectionately renamed to Whiskers the Wondercat. But what's even more interesting is the voice actors. Remember Angelica Pickles from the Rugrats? Well, before she tormented Tommy, Chucky, Phil, and Lil, she was Yamcha's little buddy Squeaker, as well as Arale in Mystical Adventure. Speaking of Yamcha, he was voiced by Kerrigan Mahan. Who is Kerrigan Mahan? Well, I'm sure you'll remember when you hear this guy.
You will soon pledge your allegiance to me!
Oh, and Goldar's girlfriend Scorpina also appeared here. Kind of. Her voice actress Wendy Lee also provided the voice of Bulma/Lena. Dave Malo is a voice that many generations heard too. He was Babu in Power Rangers, a crap load of Digimon, and provided the voice of Akuma in Street Fighter IV. But what about Goku, aka Zero, our hero? Well, his voice actress was credited as Betty Gustafson, but her real name, Barbara Goodson, means a hell of a lot more. Who is Barbara Goodson? Well, if you're a 90s kid, you'll remember when she was set free after 10,000 years.
After 10,000 years, I'm free! It's time to conquer Earth!
Remember when I said there were tons of weird connections between Power Rangers and Dragon Ball? Yeah, I wasn't kidding. All of these fine folks have gone on to do a ton of work in the animation and video game genres, so definitely look them up and see their resumes for yourself. In recent years, Harmony Gold has ran into all sorts of legal issues as well as garnered tons of hatred from a certain group of anime fans who are unhappy about how they've treated Macross/Robotech. The Harmony Gold dub still stands as one of the most fascinating pieces of Dragon Ball lore and Dragon Ball history, and honestly, it really makes you wonder, had the series been successful and Harmony Gold attained the rights of the rest of the series, including Dragon Ball Z, GT, and the movies, how we would view the series today? Would we have loved it just the same? Would it have turned us off? Would we ever get an uncut version or a redub or anything like that, or even a bilingual release? Who knows? Hell, maybe Harmony Gold did attain the rights in Universe 6. Thankfully, we're all safe and sound here in good old Universe 7. I'll catch you down the road.